Howdy y'all and welcome back to 29 Down the Line. I'm going to start this one off with a bit of an odd question. If I asked, could you tell me what this bus, a local Catholic store, stock photographs, my fellow transit YouTuber Sammy Marrco, and Virginia's unique system of independent cities all have in common? Yep, that's a question you probably never thought I'd ask. But hopefully by the end of this video it'll make a little more sense. So without further ado, let's ride the queue. The Q is a small bus system serving the independent city of Fairfax, Virginia, and parts of surrounding Fairfax County. There are 4 routes, Green 1, Green 2, Gold 1, and Gold 2, with buses that run roughly clockwise around the city numbered as 1 and counterclockwise buses numbered as 2. All routes serve Vienna Station, downtown Fairfax, and George Mason University, and I'm starting off today at Vienna Station, the western terminus of the DC Metro's Orange Line, with the Green 1 heading towards downtown and GMU. The Q is currently branded as the City University Everyone, formerly the City University Energy Saver. Yeah, I'm guessing they came up with the Q name first and then found an acronym that fit. It seems a little forced, but I suppose it works. Also a part of the rebrand is this new logo, although the old one looks much cooler in my opinion. And their slogan also makes leaving a socially awkward situation so much easier. Just say, well, looks like that's my Q, and hop on the next bus. And did I mention it's free to ride? So on my first ride, I simply went from Vienna Station to downtown Fairfax, after passing Fairfax Circle and driving by the most architecturally interesting Home Depot I've ever seen. Look very European. Wait to cross University Drive. Wait. You're saying that the speakers are up top. So, it's interesting. There's another Q bus up there at the next light. Overall, I was kind of surprised by ridership. It's really good. And I'm in downtown Fairfax now. City of, not county of. So I figured I'd take the Q to downtown because this is kind of where all the routes converge. So, the Green 1, Green 2, Gold 1, Gold 2. And I believe they all go to the Metro, and the main other destination other than downtown is George Mason University. So, yeah, it's a pretty good connection. Lots of ridership, and now I'm just kind of walking around, seeing what there is to see. I've really spent almost zero time in downtown Fairfax. I mean, I've ridden through here, but that's about it. Right in the middle of downtown, they got these little gardens and little walkways between buildings, so from an urbanism perspective, this is wonderful. It's a little car-centric. Walking around was a bit difficult. The traffic lights are just not timed for pedestrians well. But, yeah, this is Main Street in downtown Fairfax. And there's not what I came here to ride, but the George Mason shuttles to the university, so they've got their own Metro to University routes. So that on top of the queue, I mean, there's plenty of connectivity to the Metro, even though the Metro really doesn't serve downtown Fairfax at all. So I rode the Green 1 into Fairfax, and I'm gonna ride the Gold 1 out of it. So, or at least from downtown. So I guess how this works is there's green and gold, and then 1 is clockwise and 2 is counterclockwise around the loop. So pretty simple. How are you? After getting on the Gold 1, I passed George Mason University and the Fairfax County Courthouse Complex, which, in true Virginia fashion, sits in an enclave of Fairfax County entirely within Fairfax City, which sits entirely within Fairfax County. Sure, it sounds weird, but I love that Virginia is the only state in the Union that does this and has taken independent cities this far. Aside from Carson City, Nevada, Baltimore, Maryland, and St. Louis, Missouri, all other independent cities in the United States meaning they're not a part of any county or county equivalent jurisdiction, are located in Virginia. And I'm not bringing Washington, D.C. into this because that'll just complicate things more. The most obvious example of cities in Virginia is Hampton Roads, where Portsmouth, Newport News, Hampton, Poquoson, Norfolk, Suffolk, Chesapeake, and Virginia Beach, and dare I say Williamsburg, are all independent cities. Meanwhile, nearby James City County is only a county despite having both city and county in its name. You see this odd system play out in Northern Virginia as well, but to a lesser extent. The City of Fairfax, which I already mentioned, Falls Church, and Alexandria are independent cities, while Arlington, despite having a high density and tall buildings, is not a city but a county. This also means that the largest town in Virginia, since towns exist entirely within counties and don't count as cities, is Leesburg, the seat of Loudoun County. This separation doesn't stop Fairfax City, an independent jurisdiction, from serving as the seat of Fairfax County, however. Yep, it's complicated and there's more I didn't talk about, so look into it if you want, but I find it fun. Alright, we're at the corner of Germantown Road, and this bus goes around the corner, and there's a stop right there. It's my biggest complaint about the queue is they have to work on stop spacing because that's ridiculous. As you can see, I eventually got off the bus at Main and Germantown, which is where the question I asked all the way at the beginning of the video will hopefully make sense. You know how stores that sell picture frames often use stock or publicly available photos as sample displays inside the frames to give a better idea to the customer of what their framed photo might look like? Well, at Main and Germantown, there's a small Catholic store called the Paschal Lamb that just happens to sell some specialized picture frames, and apparently one of the picture frame manufacturers used a sample photo of Sammy Marrco. I mean, the photo looks great and all, it's his YouTube profile after all, but I mean, I did a double take when I saw the frame. I actually contacted Sammy about it, and I guess there was just a stock photo of him floating around the internet. Anyway, this was a hilarious way to end my adventures on the queue. I'm sure many of you are already subscribed to him, but you should definitely check out Sammy Marrco's channel if you haven't already. His videos have definitely been an inspiration for me making my own content, so if you want more transit and urbanism content, definitely go subscribe to him as well. And consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. We just reached 529 subscribers, so the plan is for next week's video to be the 529 subscriber special. Yes, I'm measuring my channel's milestones a bit unusually, but I think doing a special for 529 subscribers instead of 500 is pretty on brand for the channel. You may already know if you've been paying attention to my community posts, but yes, that video will feature an unboxing, I wonder what it's going to be, and the Q&A that I've been gathering questions for the past couple weeks. If you have a question you want to ask, feel free to leave a reasonable inquiry in the comments below. You'll most likely see it answered in the video if it's in before I record it. With all that being said, I wanted to thank you all for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one for the 529 subscriber special. Enjoy the rest of your week.